fighter. He trains with Dakota Miller up north in Indiana, near Mount Washington. Dakota is a great trainer, and Dan has a lot of heart. We'll see how he does tonight.
And Dan's been doing this a long time too. He's been doing this 3, 4, 5 years.
Oh yeah,
or
he's
something.
got experience.
You know?
And
in
the
this
experience advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
3 or 4 years in this sport, and you're a veteran. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you are a very experienced fighter compared to someone who just started a year ago.
For this first fight. Fighting out of the JNP Magic Shop and Theater red corner. This man stands 6'1", weighing in at 160
Hope you don't mind, you're going to be in the live feed. You're right in the middle of that camera, buddy.
This is Reagan Smith.
Fight has been reintroduced.
And his opponent, fighting out of the rec bar 812 blue.
Ohio versus Indiana. This is going to be good.
Even, weighing in at 165 pounds, representing the
And the size, you know, it's kind of hard to find these lightweight guys.
Oh yeah,
2 guys, same height, both lightweight fighters. I hope to see a lot of energy in this fight. And
the weapons they're using are going to be very versatile, so we can expect respect to the marshal at all times. I'm gonna expect good swordsmanship from both of them.
yeah.
Now they're using falchions, so it's gonna be they're a little top heavy,
Right. Maybe not as many combos, but definitely for the crowd. They're definitely going to see.
definitely hard hits.
On the referee. Let's start.
Here we go.
All right, a
They
little
did it
sword
middle.
tap. Yeah, sword
That's
tap
a-
at the beginning.
Good sword
Good
strikes.
Molinet.
Good attempt by Reagan. Good hits to the legs. Good kick attempt. He's active.
Yeah, I mean, those combos are looking good with the Falchion. That's
They both
not easy
missed
to
each
do.
other. Attempt to grappling.
I tell you, these guys are the same height, but it just looks like
Ooh,
Reagan has so
nice.
much more reach.
Yeah. Reagan also feels a bit more nimble than Dan. Dan is more heavy-footed, which is can be a benefit
All right, so
when it comes to standing on the shots.
all right, Dan is using his distancing very well. He's
Oh, yeah.
trying to strike and get in and get out.
Yep. They're also moving around quite a lot, which is not something you often end up seeing in armored combat pro fights. They are treading a lot of the cage, and that's the first round. So what do you think?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, the counters, Falchion should be easier to count because they make such a better noise, and they swing a little slower than an arming sword. But I say it's pretty even to me. I think Reagan might be up just a little bit. I think his reach is giving him a slight advantage here, but Dan is giving, shot for shot.
Yeah.
What do you think on this one?
That's a close round. They are exchanging 1-for-1 on it. They have exchanged 1-for-1 on a lot of their exchanges. I agree with you. Reagan could be up by a small margin because some of his combos have gone off target, and Dan has capitalized on that. So we'll see. This round is pretty even. We'll see what the cornermen instruct their fighters to do.
Yeah, I'm
hope
interested
they're
in this
just-
strategy. Yeah, I mean, if I'm the corner man, the first round you're trying to feel your opponent out. They're trying to get their distancing together, so they're really just testing each other out at that point. Are we live right now? All right.
They're both standing up. Seconds out.
All right, welcome everybody on the Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I am Dakota Walker of the Louisville Royals, and I have Eduardo Fusaro here. We're both your commentators. We're in round 2 of our first match here for Metal AF3.
First round was quite balanced. We'll see if the fighters adjust.
Yeah, so you see Reagan's trying to use that distance, and I think it's working well for him, but Dan is
Exchange
using
hits
his
again.
timing.
Good entrance by Dan, but Reagan moves around and capitalizes very well. Keeps him on the cage.
Oh, Falchion got stuck in the cage there for a second.
That can happen. It's something you got to be prepared for. Now, Reagan could have kept the pressure up. Good hit to the
I
head by
think
Reagan.
if I'm Dan, yeah, exactly. I'm going to close the distance, and I'm going to try to go for that throw. And it looks like
Attempted
he
throw.
almost had a trip there.
Dan has a good head position, and he gets the takedown very well. Ground and pound now going in.
All right, so for those watching in the audience,
He's signaling something. He's
Stop
signaling
fight,
something. Stop the fight.
All right, we must have a chin strap issue. I think maybe he was getting choked by his helmet.
Could
We are going to check
That could have
the
happened.
fighter who gave us a signal that he was in distress.
All right, yeah, you can't see the faces of the fighters, so what he had to do there was he had to throw his gauntlet off to make the marshal know that underneath there, I think maybe his chin
think
strap
it was,
went
yeah.
under the neck and it was choking him.
We're going to have our medical staff.
let's hope it's nothing bad. Reagan, he looks fine.
Yeah,
looks fine.
and Reagan, he's a trooper. You know, I think I was in a longsword tournament with him in Indiana, and I'm pretty sure I broke his finger, and I think he finished the round with a broken finger. So he's a tough guy.
I know he's a tough guy. He is. He's gonna keep fighting if I know him.
And he's a young guy. I mean, he's like in his early 20s, so you know
24, I think.
he can rebound very quickly, more so than me. I'm an old guy.
Listen, you gotta appreciate your early 20s,
It
man.
looks like he may be good to continue to fight.
God knows your knees are gonna thank you after a while. And Reagan is up on his feet again, which is great to see. He's not injured. Could have been just a temporary thing.
All right, I think we're live on the Facebook right now, but I think we don't have YouTube right now. I'm being told it's not working on the YouTube. Okay, gotcha. I think we're working on the YouTube feed
All
now.
right, and here we go again.
All right, we're still in round 2 of the first match, and they just had a stoppage for. I don't think they're going to penalize them for that because it wasn't an armor failure.
Yeah. And I believe they're exchanging again in the middle of the ring. Good hit to the head, and that's
And
end of the round. I believe Dan won this round.
I mean, I had Reagan in the first round up by a little, but I think Dan clearly had that second round.
I think he evened it out and possibly got a few more points than Reagan does at the moment. That takedown and ground and pound, mind you, he didn't get that many strikes in.
Yeah,
But
he got a few punches in there for sure.
He got 2 or 3, and between the takedown and the hits, that is.
I mean, he got at
could
least 3.
swing the scales.
Yeah, you know, at least 3 unopposed punches on the ground. You know, that's 6 points there, plus the 3 points for the takedown. You know, and at the end, Reagan did get 2 unopposed headshots, but still, that's not going to catch you up if you have that much ground and pound.
Reagan is looking a little distressed. They are blowing some air on him with a fan. He's going to continue. He's going to continue. That is for sure. And both of them are wearing relatively heavy-duty armor.
Yeah, both of them, they're wearing basically melee kits. I mean, some of it might be titanium, but they're definitely not wearing, you know, they're not going lighter. But that's probably smart because they have the falchions out there.
I know Dan's helmet is a tank. I've seen him tank some hits in that thing.
The last round of our first
All right. Hey, you know,
See how he goes.
they're both looking fresh. In the third round, I mean, that's even these 1-minute rounds are very, very tough.
You have 1 minute. You gotta keep the pedal on the gas. Let's see if they do it in the third round.
If I'm Dan, I'm
we
going
go.
to have to go balls to the wall. If he wants to win, he's
gotta-
going to have to go in and get inside of Reagan's reach.
Which has been his plan thus far, and it has partially worked.
Yeah, you see he's waiting.
Yep. He's waiting on a good chance to push in. If he stays a distance, Reagan is gonna get him. Good push into the cage. Now
little bit
Reagan
of
has an
grapples.
angle where he could get out. Good hits to the torso and the legs. They keep struggling in the
Oh, and a headbutt there. A headbutt from Dan.
good head control by Dan. Let's see if he can finalize the
He's
takedown.
trying to get
Reagan.
another throw. I think Reagan.
In a reverse. Very good.
They're struggling.
Very good by Dan. They exchange strikes on the ground.
And I see some knees.
pull
Oh,
down.
looks like a knee to the groin.
Good. Hits by Dan. Let's see if they can get up. The marshal stops them because that's 10 seconds on the ground.
Now Reagan was reversed on that one, but he had some good defense from the non-dominant position there to kind of tie up the legs and the knees.
Yes, I believe that Dan got a few hits in with his. Besides getting the points for the reversal, he got a few points in with his buckler, punch into the head or the torso. So that could potentially be a lot of points.
10 seconds remaining.
Last 10 seconds.
Guts and Glory. Hey, this is a very close first match. I mean, the counters.
Swinging.
Let's go.
Swing, boys.
Last minute points.
And they both get some. Let's
Very
see
nice.
how it goes.
You know, I have expected them to drop the weapons and just go fisticuffs at the end. I mean, that's always great for the crowd. So
Not everyone is like you and Mario Aguilar. Let's see how this goes. They're taking off their helmets. This is going to be tough to judge.
I think this matchup was great. I mean, they're the same size. There's a little bit of an experience difference here, but they each had their strengths. You know, Reagan played to his reach advantage there, and Dan responded with the timing.
Dan used distance and timing on the way in very effectively. This is a close match. Let's see what the judges have. Dan is taking off their helmet.
All right. The crowd. I don't know if our live feed can hear the ambience in the outside, but the crowd is loving it. And let's see what our first match gets called here.
Let's see what they told us.
All right, Dan took it out.
Very good.
Very nice.
Very good job by both fighters.
Very good matchup. You know, I think Dan has fought with us in Metal AF at least one time before, maybe even 2 times before.
I think it was Metal EF too. He
fought Jason.
had a loss against Jason Bryant, which was a very close loss.
Exactly. Very, very close. But he got his win here tonight. He's got a lot of experience in the cage. Actually, he does some cage fighting. I think he fought last weekend, didn't he, up in Indiana?
Probably, yes.
Yeah, Vernon Vanguard had their cage match.
His team has been up to a lot of events recently. They have recently got a new gym, new space to train. Their trainer is amazing. Dakota Miller has fought internationally many times. Has fought on AMA many times.
And Dakota Miller was gunning for the light heavyweight AMMA championship, and I think he had a loss this season, so that knocked him out of the running for the title. But he's up there. He's gunning for it.
And you can see the effect of his training on these boys.
Exactly.
And we are on to the second match with Gabe Hutchings. Another one of the Cincinnati Barbarians. Very experienced fighter.
Right.
He fights a bit of everything. He fights mostly melees. Seen him fight in pro fights very effectively on AMMA. More than a few times.
He fought AMMA a couple of months ago, and I think he won by TKO. I think his opponent had an armor failure, but I'm excited for this fight. He's always very animated, crowd favorite. He typically, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I don't know if he brought chocolate milk, but I think he did. Chocolate milk at the end. Earlier. Did he bring some?
He should have chocolate milk. That's his trademark.
Just please don't puke on our canvas. That's the only thing I ask.
That is Andy Campbell, affectionately nicknamed Soup, as you can see on his shield.
And I'm pretty sure he's got his Soup shield here. So Andy Campbell Soup, I like it. Yeah. And unintentionally, I think he's on all of our flyers because that shield is just so iconic.
And Soup is such a great guy and such a great fighter.
The FLC guys, the Fox and Line Company guys from Ohio, I mean, half of their team is here tonight. For this
they've grown massively over the past year or so. And Soup is one of their main fighters. He's great.
And I will tell you, so just for the audience to know, Andy Campbell picked this fight up with absolutely zero notice. He showed up today with his armor, and we had another fighter drop this morning, and he picked up this fight literally like 5 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. And that's how great the community is. Bird is such a weird combat sport in that regard. The way we come together as a community, the way how crazy we are when it comes to fighting actually is very unusual.
All right, I'm doing a couple of live streams. I'm sending the link out for some folks so they can watch us.
All right.
Weighing in at 225 pounds, representing the Fox and Lion Company, this is Andy Soup Campbell.
All right, such a great guy. Now this fight is going to be lively. They both have style, so I'm interested in the style that they're going to use. I think they're both typically grapplers, so I think we're going to see some grappling here.
We'll see some grappling. We'll see some punching. They're both very active fighters, so I'm excited for this fight. Here we go. They meet in the center.
Oh God!
They exchange good first step by Gabe.
All right, yeah, we're looking at the comments now, so this is great. Yeah, keep the comments coming. If you guys have questions, we're gonna answer them as best we can.
Good jab by Soup.
But here we go.
Punch. Gabe pushing in again.
All right, let me distract you with some of these comments.
Good punches. Thanks for everyone tuning in, and this is great takedown by Gabe. Few strikes on the ground. Soup goes for the single leg
got some elbows.
Oh, that's a lot of strikes. I don't see Andy getting out of this.
Andy, yeah, he's being held. He's pinned on the ground.
That was
a lot of strikes.
That was a lot of strikes, and Gabe is a whirlwind when he gets started. Soup gets stood up.
All right, he was trying to get up, and I think the marshal was looking to see if he was acting defensively or defending himself, but I think he was trying to get up, and that's why they didn't stop the fight.
I believe it was going for a single leg, and he comes in swinging with his punch shield.
Oh, yeah.
Gets pressed into the cage.
Gabe is very dominant in this round, for sure.
Yes. And he gets another
barely gets the throw.
Soup is in a bad spot again. That was a great round by Hutchings.
I think.
What do you think?
Very dominant round by Gabe there, and I would expect nothing less from someone with his amount of cage fighting experience. But Andy he's not stopping. He's not stopping. He's returning punches. He's doing everything he can to stay in the fight.
Oh yeah. That is one thing that you can never take for granted, and that's that any of our fighters are gonna give themselves up to defeat willingly. Now we'll see if Soup can adjust this round. Gabe's strategy has worked brilliantly the first round. We'll see what happens.
Corners out.
Seconds are called out. Let's see how this match goes, this second round goes. There appears to be something up with Soup's armor. Yes.
All right, they're going to make a repair. Can you see which piece of armor it is? Is it the helmet?
I believe it's something, could be the chin strap.
Campbell is over there. Is he vegetable?
Let's see. I believe it's something in the helmet, probably the chin strap.
All right, he's got a rugby helmet underneath, so maybe that's interfering with one of the straps.
See, he's getting his rugby helmet up again.
Hey, I'll tell you, I think the crowd got a little more excited with this match because it was a lot more aggressive, and I think that's the shock factor that brings this audience into this type of fighting here, where it's not choreographed.
If you're not used to this kind of intensity in fighting, witnessing armored combat for the first time is definitely a shock. Nothing of what we do is choreographed, rehearsed. This is actual fighting. And we get hurt, we get bruises, we hit each other for real. It's very intensive on your body.
All right, I think we're trying to fix the frozen cameras that are facing us.
We're at 1 minute.
Soup is getting his helmet back on. And he will continue the fight.
All right, he's going to keep on keeping on here in the second round of this match.
Great work. Great advice being given to him by his corner. Kitchen is a very well-decorated fighter. Fought on AMA multiple times.
He's up there. Yeah, I mean, he's up there with the guys that have the most cage fights. I mean, he's one of the fighters with the most number of cage fights, I think, in AMA for sure.
And he has fought a great variety and great quality of fighters. He most recently fought Studensky. He fought Taylor Jones. He's
He's fought
Definitely
the
a person
best
you
of
want
the
to have
best.
in your corner.
And he will face anybody. I mean, it's beautiful.
Here we go with the second round.
All right, here we go. I think
Soup has to
he needs to
do something.
If I was him, I would do a lot of counter fighting.
Good punch.
Oh well, maybe not. That's not his style right now. He was very aggressive, trying to push Gabe into the cage there.
And he is getting pummeled for it. Oh, that was brutal series of punches.
All right,
And
it looks
I
like that might
think-
be a TKO.
I think he's out. That was
Or a
lightning
KO.
fast.
Excuse me. That might be a KO. I think Andy's going to bow out of that one. I think he took 3 or 4 shots to the face and was not able to defend himself in that second round here.
That was a great showing of aggression and strength by Gabe Hutchings. Congrats on his victory, and there it is.
And
He's being
with-
handed his celebratory chalky milk.
Center for me if you can.
Chalky milk time.
I think
he earned
the camera
it. He
pointing
went-
towards us is, well, not us anymore.
It's
just
on the
me.
pretty one. It's aimed at the pretty one of us.
Well, it's the one we don't want to see.
Listen,
You have
I
the
want
pretty
guys
hat,
to
man.
know, this man showed up here tonight to watch. Excellent fight. All right, let's announce our winner. Your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Gabriel Hutchings. All right, man, so we just talked a minute about it.
All right, we had to pause the mics for a second for the music to play,
All right.
and we're getting back to it. We got to do some work here where we can actually see what's being live streamed. So that's what we're working on now, doing some IT work in the background here.
God bless the IT people.
Being around the middle, so I love him so much. I really love him. Last minute, awesome.
That's
Great
the
showing
one.
tonight.
I don't know where the
Thank
feet-
you
I
very
don't know how to
much.
find the
Big
feet.
round of
That's
applause
the
for both of our fighters here tonight.
Round of applause for Gabe Hutchings for a well-deserved victory. Very dominant, very aggressive. And he's such a great guy outside of the cage as well.
All right. This next fight is a special treat for you.
said
We're
audio
bringing
is
out
out
our
on
new
Facebook, but I think that's
toys.
good. You have
Ready
This is
for
gonna
the
be our
third match.
longsword fight.
Yeah. So here, let me see
First longsword match
Let's
at
bring
Mental
out
AF
our first
ever.
fighter from the red corner, this is Jeremiah Holman.
Jeremiah Holman coming out now, fights with the Lexington Lycans. Has experience. I believe he did HEMA for a while. Still does. Great fighter. He's very versatile. I've seen him fight different styles multiple times. And he's rocking a nice rebuke. The drip is there. Now, I'm expecting him to be very explosive and active when it comes to striking in this longsword match.
Yes. And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this is Patrick Smith.
Patrick Smith, fighting with our home team, the Louisville Royals, has started this fighting career fairly recently, I believe. I believe Patrick started fighting about a year, if less than that, ago.
He has not had a full kit for more than a year, so he definitely has come a long way. This is his second cage match. He fought Metal AF 1, I believe.
Metal AF 2.
Metal AF 2. So back in April was his first cage fight. And I'll tell you, I'm most excited about these longsword matches. I love a good longsword match. And longsword pro fights, there's more buttons to press.
We'll see how to handle the pressure, because definitely with all the other hits, the other strikes that are available, the punches, the kicks, the takedowns.
Right. I know Patrick's an aggressive fighter too, but Jeremiah he's got a lot of HEMA skills.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see what guards he uses and how he uses the pro fight rules to his advantage.
We'll see.
Jeremiah Holman.
Is being reintroduced. I was just talking about Jeremiah's helmet. That is a nice looking barbute, man.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And that brig that ties up the side like that, it just helps protect your sternum a little bit from those punches and kicks and shield punches down the chest there. I like to be able to put my brig on by myself, though, so I have a center closing brig.
Center closing is the standard. Now let's see where this match goes.
All right, timers, are you ready? New Albany, are you ready for this longsword fight?
We are about ready to start.
Referee on your go. Start fight.
Here we go. They get started.
Oh, and Jeremiah started with a left-hand grip as well, and he's a right-handed fighter.
A lot of punches being exchanged. Great intensity.
Now, this first round's going to be energetic, but let's see if they can hold it up for rounds 2 and 3.
Good
Longsword
blocks by
fights are no
Jeremiah.
joke.
And good counter hits. Good punch by Patrick. Just answered back. They're exchanging blows. Ooh, heavy,
slug
heavy
match,
strike.
and then they distance out again. More sword
Jeremiah's
strikes.
picking Patrick off a little at the moment. Patrick is throwing a lot and throwing very hard, but Jeremiah is blocking and answering.
Yeah, the
with
guards are
precise
good as well.
strikes. Yeah. Goes to the body. Oh, punched, missed again. They're out of distance. They exchange blows.
Yeah,
in the middle
so
of
they're
the
at
cage.
longsword distance and they're throwing punches, and that's a little too far out for a punch. You got to be a little closer up in the bind.
Jeremiah is throwing a great deal of strikes that are landing. Very, very nice first round. What do you think?
Oh man, I think Jeremiah might be up just a little bit. I think Patrick has a slight reach disadvantage, and some of those punches weren't connecting.
Right back there at the
Let's see how this goes. Let's see what kind of advice the cornerman give to the fighters. If Jeremiah can keep up the good defense and the good offense off of that, the posts, I believe he's got this in the bag.
All right, yeah. So it looks like we have our cameras back up, and we can actually see the live feed now. So if you out there in the audience, if you have questions or comments, put it in the chat. We can see those now. See if you can make Eduardo blush, and
It doesn't take much.
corners out.
we'll see if we can get those questions answered for you. So right now we're in match number 3. It's a longsword exhibition pro fight here, and we have Patrick Smith of the Louisville Royals versus Jeremiah Holman of the Lexington Lycans.
Let's see if they can keep up the intensity from the first round.
Ready for round 2.
Longsword is intensive on its own.
Timer ready.
It's very
Go, ref.
heavy on your cardio. Let's see what happens in the second round. They touch tips, and off they go. Good work. Good push by Jeremiah.
And Jeremiah, we got a half sword, our first half sword.
Nice. Very nice.
And you can hit with the pommel, but you got to be careful with the point that you're
Yes.
not
Nice work
presenting a
by
point towards your
Jeremiah,
opponent.
picking Patrick off.
He got
Very
an
good,
extra
Jeremiah.
shot at the end there. Man, I'd hate to be a
again.
counter for this.
We're just halfway through this match. ladies and
Patrick is
gentlemen.
just walking into the shots. He's got to guard up. Now they're both visibly getting tired, but Jeremiah is keeping up the offense. Good hits through the legs, goes back to the head.
Throwing the leg
Good
shot with a
punches.
longsword is always a gamble because you're always going to get a return headshot.
Great dodge by Jeremiah, who steps out.
Very good. Yeah, good footwork there.
He's doing very well responding to the shots, throwing some of his own, and that is a great second round. I believe Jeremiah is soundly up in the points.
I would say so too. I like his style. He has a lot of good footwork. He doesn't cross his feet. His distancing and timing, he's doing well. And Patrick's strength is the aggression. He just has a volume of shots. So for the counters, we really got to see where they're going to stack this one up.
I believe this is in Jeremiah's favor because yes, Patrick has thrown a lot, But Jeremiah has done a very good job either at spacing the shots out or at blocking them and getting a riposte off of that. And that is a lot of points getting stacked up very quickly. Let's see how they handle the energy, the cardio aspect.
Yeah, the third round, this is going to be a lot of stamina to stand and bang with these long swords. It's very difficult to do with two-handed weapons. I wonder if they're going to get into grappling. I haven't seen hardly any grappling here. It is an option in pro fights.
Yeah,
You can go to the ground.
both-
You can try a throw. I wonder if they're starting to get tired of the strikes, if they go in for a bind or a grapple.
Well, I know both of them, and neither wants to fight boring, so we'll probably be seeing a lot of striking again. Here they go, off the bat, right away.
All right, they're banging. Now, there's a
Jeremiah
lot-
rushing in.
a lot of
Great
hand
job with the
shots here.
punches, with the knees.
and I think he
Gets
went
the
for
longsword over the head, doesn't get to keep
another
it.
pommel strike.
Good hits to the outside of the guard. Patrick just keeps walking forward.
Right, he's
Great
trying to get in
intensity
that
by him.
range.
But Jeremiah keeps keeping it simple. Block and hit, step out.
All right, there's that grapple
goes
we're
into
talking
grapple.
about.
And they go out together.
I don't know if they're going to count that as a takedown. I think they both went down.
Punches on the ground. Let's see who comes out on top. Jeremiah gets a good
Jeremiah has the
position,
overhook.
stands up. 10, last 10 seconds.
All right, we got to stop the timer. Give them just a second to pick up their weapons.
We've got just 10 seconds.
They both look pretty gassed.
Patrick, yeah, Patrick is looking spent, and Jeremiah is as well. It's the last 10 seconds. It's just
Last 10 seconds
Great.
of guts and glory.
All right,
Grit and glory.
To count it down with me, we're going to start at 10.
All right, the crowd hopefully gets involved in this as well. I always love the crowd getting involved.
you can get all of the crowd and the way they interact. And here we go. Last 10 seconds. Patrick pushes in. Jeremiah stands and bangs there. Gets pushed back.
Patrick had
And
several
that's the
unanswered
end of the
blows at
round.
the end. Wow. So what do you think on this one?
This is, I would say, close, but I think Jeremiah has it. He's had two very dominant rounds. Third round was
Maybe a
Even.
bit closer. But I think the first two rounds, I think Jeremiah had it. I think I'm with you.
still very great showing by both fighters.
A valiant effort by both fighters. I'm
Yes.
very impressed. That's not easy to do. 3 1-minute rounds of a longsword fight's no joke, and they even grappled at the end there. So the last little bit of energy that they had, they used for the grapple.
So Dakota, someone is asking us about basic longsword combination.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about in Buhurt or in AMMA, you just have your simple, onside, offside strike is the most common, onside, offside. And then you got some leg shots there, but I tend to, as a longsword fighter, I tend to not throw too many leg shots because of math. If I throw at a leg, the angle that it takes and the distance it takes for me, I'm in range to get a return shot to the head. So, all
Jeremiah gets the win.
right, Jeremiah
Very
takes the
well
win
deserved.
here.
Great showing by both of them.
Yeah, so, to follow up on that question about longsword combinations, because we don't do thrusting, it's not like a HEMA match where you end with a thrust for the kill or the points. So really, it's volume of strikes to get the points. So whatever you need to do to slash into your opponent to reach the armor, you can target different parts of the body for your combination, so you can throw against your opponent's arm, head, onside, offside. But there's not a whole lot of variety in a Buhurt longsword duel, which is why I prefer the pro fight, because you can, longsword strike, and then punch or kick. So there's a lot more buttons to push. You can get into the bind. You even saw a little bit of half swording in this match, which is
Yes.
where you grab your own blade and then you strike almost like you have a polearm with punches, alternating punches. But I do like a good longsword pro fight.
Here we go with the fourth fight.
Here we go. Fighting
All right.
out of the red corner.
We got Ian versus Mercutio.
Ian Hartso fighting with the Cincinnati Barbarians.
Oh, he got the best intro song. I love it.
You gotta win the crowd over.
I think his team affectionately calls him Ian Heartthrob. He is a good-looking man.
He is. And they're going to be using buckler and mace.
That is a very interesting choice. You know, I don't like maces because mace just go bonk. I mean, you're committed once you throw a shot. You can't change angles or anything, but it does hit a lot harder.
And his opponent.
Hit him harder than they hit you.
This is Mercutio Foxhill.
And Mercutio now coming out. Teammate of ours on the Little Royals with his shiny new tabard.
Oh, yeah.
Mercutio has been fighting for a little less than a year, I believe. He's grown tremendously in the past year.
Another one of those young guys that's only been doing this for a year or so, and he's really come a long way. You know, he's very committed. He comes to every practice. He's doing things on his own. He's watching videos on his own. He's really putting in the work. So I have high hopes for him today. Both of these fighters in this match here are both, they've only been doing this about a year or so they're both new to the sport, but I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Yes. Also, buckler and mace means a close distance fight. Whenever you're in range to strike with the mace, you are most likely in range to strike with your buckler. So it's going to be very close range.
Cincinnati Barbarians, this is Ian Hartsoll.
I will definitely say Mercutio is not afraid to fight the close fight. You know, he's not afraid to grapple. He's not afraid to punch or take a punch. So I'm going to say this is going to be a very close grappling match.
Yes. Let's see who gets the advantage on that. The grappling distance is a double-edged sword because you can... It takes a lot of energy to grapple, and you can still throw punches in the clinch. So still getting many, many points. Now, we are about to get ready to start. And here we go. They meet in the center.
All right, they did a tap.
Good.
Again, straight into the grapple. I love it. It looks like Ian has pushed
very strongly. Kyush is putting up a good defense, good head control.
And Mercutio goes down.
Goes it to the ground. Good mount.
He's on the bottom.
Ian.
He's got some good defense there.
Good punch. Mercutio is on the ground. Ground and pound was...
His defense, I think he was able to block most of those shots. I think he was at least intercepting the arm on some of those.
Got him, I believe. That was an explosive start by Ian. See how the rest of the round goes.
Timer ready.
And here we go again.
30 seconds remaining.
All right, they're testing each other out in this first round. A good high teep into the chest. That was pretty good.
Let's see how they engage in the clinch.
All right, Merc goes to the knee, but he's trying to get back, but he stands right back up.
Now Mercutio needs to better defend himself. That is a bad position to land in.
All right,
and
now we
start
have
seeing the ground and pound. That Mercutio defends effectively, but still he is looking down on points. This round was solidly Ian's.
Absolutely. I think Mercutio is going to have to come back from that. Let's see what his strategy is going to be here. It's tough when you have an aggressive opponent that wants to grapple. If you don't want to grapple and they want to grapple, there's not a lot of space to move around in the cage here. So you almost have to slip out is about the only thing you can do. And with maces, your range is short. You have to be in close to strike.
That is absolutely true, especially when it comes to fighting in a cage. If this were fighting a list, the way you could handle space and distancing would be a little different. Not entirely different, but it would make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
I really think that these are new fighters, but their techniques are looking pretty good. Their grappling and their throws looked pretty good.
Both aggressive, which is a great thing, a great trait to have when it comes to fighting. Well, you can win a fight only if you try to hit the other guy. So trying to hit him more than he hits you is a solid plan.
Just don't get hit. Eduardo Fusaro.
And
I'm going to put that on a shirt.
And then proceeds to get a broken arm. See the second round. Mercutio is fighting an uphill battle at the moment. Solid striking from both.
All right, trying to find some openings here. And now Mercutio was trying to go in for a grapple, but Ian pushes
Good
him
arm
into the cage.
control by Mercutio, gets folded in half though. Oh, that is a bad position to be in.
So Ian is leaning his weight on top of Mercutio and not allowing him to get up.
Mercutio drops his mace, tries to get a few hits in, but that is a bad spot to be in.
Yeah, it's tough to come back from those because when you're in armor, you don't have the flexibility that you do without armor. So you're kind of pinned and trapped underneath your own armor.
And when it comes to being pinned that way with the opponent's weight on your neck, on your shoulders, there really isn't much you can't do if you can't circle out in some way or another. They are about to start again. And let's see how Mercutio handles this.
Yeah, I think Ian's got a little bit of a reach advantage on him, and he did a high teep earlier, so I think Mercutio has to think about that.
Now let's see how this grapple goes into clinch. Redneck's with us. Mercutio gets good head control.
Yes, good head control, maybe going for a head rip.
And time runs out before he can get it.
I think Ian also, his Simon strap might have come off. I think I can see his Simon strap not connected here. Let me, I'll wave at the Marshal here if we can do that.
I believe his teammates got him.
Marshall! Aaron! Check his Simon strap.
Safety comes first and second.
Is one of the youngest members of the Louisville Royal Steel fighting team.
Valiant effort by both of these fighters.
Yep. This is definitely looking like Ian's fight thus far, though.
Dominant display in the first 2 rounds for sure. I think the only way Mercutio is going to be able to come back is if he gets a throw and several points from the dominant position.
He's going to need that and possibly another one.
So real quick, if you want to go over the rules, kind of let the audience know what are these points, what do these strikes count, and how do I strategize in these rounds?
While standing, hits to the head and the torso count for 2 points. Anywhere else, 1 point. A takedown is, if you are left standing after the takedown, is 3 points for you. If you go down with your opponent and maintain dominant position or reverse a takedown you received, it's 2 points. And then every point while on the ground is doubled.
Right, if you're in the dominant position. You get 2 points for a strike anywhere on the body. So
it was a bit of a fumble.
Yeah.
In the
I thought they were going in for a hug for a second. Boo heard his love, so I do think they're going to hug it out by the end of this. Mercutio got several unopposed headshots there, so he's coming back here.
Good attempt at a throw, which is pushed off by
Ian is just reversing what Mercutio's trying to do here.
And he's getting good positions when it comes to throws. Like here, good head control, trying to step in front of Mercutio.
All right, they both go down.
Mercutio lands on top, I believe.
He's getting some knees to the buttocks.
Those are unanswered shots. Punches to the head, I don't know if they're going to count.
All right.
That is a weird grappling on the ground. They get separated.
Sometimes that's all you can do in a grapple on the ground like that is kind of hug your opponent so that they can't get any clear strikes on you. So that's the best you can do is just stuff their points.
That was a cute moment. This is the last seconds of this fight.
All right, we do have a question in the comments here. What's the I'll wait till after this round to answer it, but the question is, what is the most common weapon selection?
We'll
get to that right after this round. Yeah.
Mercutio has to push in, good deep on the way in.
Oh, and he dropped the weapon.
Keep fighting. Mercutio trying to go for a grapple, and here we go.
All right,
that was the end of the fight.
The crowd was very invested in this fight, though. I mean, a lot of cheers. They like it when the fighters go down.
Well, what's not to like there?
Ladies and gentlemen, these fighters are putting it all.
So when it comes to common weapon selections or combinations, when it comes to pro fighting, the kind of fighting you're seeing on screen tonight, you can have all sorts of weapons. The most common is a punch shield, which is an elongated shield that gives you, kind of like the name implies, more punching range and power, usually paired up with falchion. If it's not a punch shield, it's a buckler. Sometimes we see polearms, long swords. Mace is less present, I would say.
a lot of guys like hand axes. You know, hand axes are a little bit lighter, and you can grab the haft versus grabbing, a bladed weapon.
Out of the red corner, Ian.
All right, Ian took the
takes
win.
this home.
Yeah, he had a dominant display in the first 2 rounds, and the
He
third
won it.
round.
Won it in the grapple.
Yeah,
he was very powerful in the clinch and in securing the takedown. And once he got the takedown, he rained strikes down on Mercutio. Very good showing.
I think a less common tactic I see is pinning your opponent to the cage wall, but not throwing them, but just bending them over essentially and putting your weight on them and not letting them fall to the ground, but just pinning them and putting your weight on them and then just getting points from a standing position.
That is hard. It's a hard situation to come into, to force your opponent into, rather. But if you can get there, that is extremely effective, because the opponent is not downed, so you can get separated because of the timer rule.
And if you can't return any strikes, if all the weight is on you and you're pressed against the cage. So I think that's something that we're going to see fighters try to do a lot more. I mean, it's kind of hard to get that positioning, but if you can, it's very, very effective. Especially if you do a pommel strike. Like you can't get a full swing, but you can do a pommel strike or a buckler punch. One of the advantages of using a buckler is you have less reach. But when you're in a bind, you can really use that short jab and that punch, almost like a hook, when you're that close. So, and you get 2 points for all of those if you hit the head or the torso.
Fighting out of the red corner.
Here we go with the 5th match. Austin coming in, fighting with the Fox and Lion Company. I believe he's the only fighter with an Easter kit tonight.
Yes. So for the audience out there, for the audience who don't know, Eduardo just joined the Authenticity Committee for Bucher International, and his pet project is to do more research on Eastern kits so that we have more knowledge about what you can and can't do with an Eastern kit. So I'm definitely going to ask a lot of questions about that during this fight.
Also, they just look nice. The drip is unparalleled. I mean, just look at my boy coming on stage. So this is going to be a polearm match.
Oh, that poor cage floor. Hey, I tell you, so for the audience watching, this is the first polearm fight that we've ever had in Metal AF, and I think the audience is very excited about this two-handed weapon. But Eduardo, once the fight, in between those rounds, I'm going to ask you to tell us a little bit about that Eastern kit.
Absolutely. We're now seeing John Corey coming out through the cage. These fighters are teammates of the Fox Lion Company. Both very, very good fighter, very experienced.
And his kit is super shiny. He's got a full plate kit, which you don't see very often. Most Bucher fighters wear the Brigandine just because it flexes a little bit more. But, I mean, in a polearm fight like this, plate's going to offer a little bit more protection.
Plate is bomb-proof, and probably you can't see it very well in the live stream, but John's armor is very well worn. Let's put it that way. It's been through a lot.
That's how you know it's good, though, right? And this is what they used to do in the Middle Ages. You've got a dent in an armor. That's the piece that I want because I know it'll dent and not crack.
Means you survived.
This is very good. I've been losing sleep since Wednesday over this fight. All right, guys.
Look at that. He's so nervous about this.
Very shiny, very dented.
JB Magic Shop and Theater Red Corner. He stands 6 foot tall, weighs in at 207 pounds, represents the Fox and Lion Company. This is Austin Hooper.
Great fighters, both of them.
And his opponent across the cage.
I'm expecting a very active match.
1-2 blue corner. He stands 6 foot tall, weighing in at 210 pounds. Also representing the Fox and Lion Company. This is John Corey.
Here we go.
All right, I think we were talking over the announcing. I didn't know how much the audience can hear.
Keep your head on a swivel. If one of these things breaks, I'm going to shit myself. All right, fighters, are you ready? Timer, are you ready?
Here we go. I'm excited for this.
Start fight!
Here we go. They meet in the middle.
I didn't realize how much extra ambient noise the audience can hear in the live feed. I just hear what's in my headphones.
Very nice combinations from both. Very good blocks. That's the thing about polearm fighting. You have to be mindful of your offense and defense being on the same axis. Good.
And you see
shot by
the
John.
faking high and going low is a very effective technique because you're still in a guard from that feint up
Good
high.
rolling motion by John again. Austin is still defending himself very well.
Very good
Switching
strikes.
hand didn't work. Good defense.
I'm
Good hits.
waiting to see if they're going to use the pro fight advantage, though. The punches and the kicks. I haven't seen much of that yet. They're just testing each other out, I think.
Good block and riposte by Austin. John coming in. Good.
There's
there it is.
finally some punches, a little bit of grappling. All right.
That's a round. What do you
Excellent
think?
round, yeah. Wow, I think very, very evenly matched. They're both doing very good at catching a block and reposting off, and that's tough to do with a polearm.
Especially with, now if you might have noticed, the hafts of their polearms are quite bendy. The material they're made is called rattan. That is a very flexible kind of wood. That's great because it's light, but its flexibility kind of works against you when it comes to blocking the shots because your weapon is going to rebound in your hands a little. Both fighters doing great though.
And for the audience, I forgot they can hear Brandon talking.
Corners out. Corners out.
Seconds out. We're about to
Yeah.
see the second round.
Yeah, so for the audience too, these are very heavy weapons. So, you know, a lot of times polearm fights, there's not a whole lot of strikes thrown because it takes so much energy to swing those weapons. But these guys threw tons of shots here. I mean, tons of shots in the first round. So I'm excited to see how the second, third rounds go.
Fighters, are you ready? Let's start fight.
Here we go. Ooh, very good
John,
strikes.
yeah,
By
John definitely has a good high guard, and he reposts into that arm shot or leg shot.
Good strike to the torso by Austin, who gets punched in the face as a result.
Yeah, I think he lost the grip with one hand on
Yes.
his polearm there.
John is being very aggressive, and I think that's winning him the fight thus far.
Yeah, I think he's definitely dominant in the second round so far. I'd like to see more pommel strikes from them, you know, like a swim movement.
Very good clinch
I
work
saw
by
that
both.
knee. It looked like a knee to the groin. It looks like a good thing that Khatanga was a
Polearm
little bit
is
lower.
stuck in the cage, and he falls to the ground.
Oh, I think they traded polearms.
Possibly. These polearms are made by one of their teammates. Master Ban.
Did he made those heads too?
Yes.
Wow, he forged them. Oh, that's excellent. So yeah, if you're looking for a polearm and you're local to the Ohio area, it looks like they've got a guy that could make them, and they look great.
Oh yeah, they handle great as well.
It looks like a style that you would like. I think you would favor a head like that.
Here we go, the last 10 seconds of the fight, of the round. Austin pushed in, receives a few punches, gives one back, and here we go.
All right. Well, I think the first round was a little bit a little bit more even, but this round I think John really had a more dominant display.
I agree, he landed more, was more effective in defense.
He capitalized on. He capitalized a little bit more on those, when Austin lost his grip, he really got a lot of points during that time, and he was able to pin him against the cage again and just get a lot of those points, a lot of knees that were just unanswered.
The thing with polearms is that handling the clinch while wielding one of them is one of the challenges of the weapon. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It just is a specific skill.
Corners out.
Now we see Austin having switched to a shorter weapon. I want to see how this goes.
Oh, yeah, they have switched, or at least Austin has switched to a much shorter weapon. So how's that going to change his strategy here?
It's going to have to be more aggressive because he definitely has the range disadvantage.
Interesting, especially in a pro fight like this.
Locked and loaded for our third and final round of this polearm match. Let's make some noise.
Here Here we go. We're about to start the last round of the fight.
Timers are ready.
Here we go. Even in the middle.
Touching tips. Here we go.
And Austin
Has to get in close.
Otherwise, this change of weapons is not going to work.
All right. I don't know if those.
countered.
If you swing with the weapon and only the half hits, do you get the point for that?
I believe that is not an active weapon component. Now Austin is pinned against the cage, and John is just wailing on him.
I think he's pinned him with his weapon.
Just 30 seconds remain in this fight.
Last 30 seconds. See how Austin does. Very good repose to the body. Good hit to the head. Good dodge out of that repose by John. They're both tired because these are heavy weapons to
End of the
swing.
third round. Absolutely.
Headbutts being exchanged.
5, 4, 3.
Who gets the last shot?
Good,
Both of
solid
them.
hit.
Great fight.
I'm pretty sure John felt that last hit. You could see it in his posture.
Great fight. We see both of their teammates
What did you think about that polearm fight?
coming out to help them.
You can hear the relief in Brandon's voice that no axe head broke and flew into the crowd.
Ready to line up?
That is a fear we
All
have.
right, I guess I'll just stay nervous next time too then.
I'm so glad we included that fight in this lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been trying to get a polearm fight since the beginning.
This
was a delight.
To the center to announce our winner. By judge's decision, fighting out of the blue corner, John.
That is a well-deserved victory. Very good showing by both fighters, both teammates. John got the edge over Austin in this fight.
Yeah, very good matchup. Very good fights. I think John was just able to capitalize on some of those.
Times before, but every single time he's better and better. He's here for a second. Yeah, and I know from experience, fighting somebody on your team, they kind of know all your tricks. They know the ins and outs. So sometimes it can be a lot harder to fight one of your teammates than somebody you don't know. Did you feel that that was the case here tonight?
Absolutely. Elfer's a monster. He's adaptive. Oh, he's going to be one of the best.
For sure, and you saw it right here at Metal AF, you guys. The best with the polearms.
So they're asking us in the chat when the sport was first established. There's a precise answer to that, and that was 2013 with the first HMBIA World Championship in Egmont in France.
Give up for a live intermission. We're gonna break these crowd barriers down. I want you guys to get up here by the stage and have a good fucking time. Let's go!
This was our last fight before the break. It's gonna be a concert by local favorite band Give Up, and we're gonna talk to everyone in about half an hour.
All right, thank you all. We're going to leave the feed running so you can see the show, but we as commentators will come back in about 45 minutes for the next fights.
Our merch right over there. You can stream our albums on Spotify, Apple Music, all the good stuff. Give us just a couple minutes. We're going to rock your face. It would actually be really sick if you guys wanted to come up to the stage too, like during this time, like between now and 60 seconds from now. You should come up to the stage. Y'all can pass the barriers and just chill. Or you can sit in your seat. That's fine too. It's going to be weird us up here headbanging and throwing down and nobody's in front.
Y'all having a good time tonight? Hell yeah. So, they got merch here for sale for all the battle-ins, so go check out that. We got merch for sale and free stickers, all that, in that corner by that ramp over there. So pick up a shirt, a hat, a cassette tape if you have a 93 Camry. Because then we got you covered. You can find this one online. It's called 10-4.
Did you see the damage done? Come back down the hill. They're crying loudly in a crowded room. Yeah. This is how the last will live with the kid start over like we did right now. Delicate was a thing. I'm fucking tagging you out. But I still don't know what tried to trophy on your man. The battle is rusting around you now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Jesus will take the wheel. But you've been drinking Cincy soda in the backseat with my intuition. The brain of God will not stop. Yeah. No, we're not stuck. Yeah. I'm fucking dragging you out. But I don't know what they, the break step, run my hands up. Cause I burned the house down the sun. What's the right, the road to the right? When the objects round out, you're breaking. We're not trying to run! If you've got a head and you've got a neck, headbang, motherfucker! Y'all better headbang! No, yeah! No, what? No, party! I didn't know it was a decoy to get kept. Can't go back. Bloody birds and dead. Roll like that. That's a casualty. You know, it's all I have. Should have checked it before I dragged out this blood bath. When it's all I have, you can't blame them for not handling that. Royal Flago Flip. I believe that there's a God in us all. I believe I can pay for a kid when the blade still at my throat. Right now, my redemption, fuck my clean slate. I tied myself to the tree, left it loose in case. Can't see somebody, you're better off. We got a couple more, and then enjoy the rest of your intermission. Buy some drinks, snacks, use the restroom, purchase merch. Again, we're Give Up from right here. We got merch over there for sale. Please come pick something up if you have the extra cash in your pocket. One more. One more.
Thank you all. We still got, hey, who's excited for more Armored Combat?
If I climb to the top of my family tree I look around. I climb down my family tree. I'll chop it down. And I just run over the
We are going to wrap up this intermission in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes till showtime. Just 10 minutes until we get back to the action. right, staff and officials, let's get back around this cage, back into position. We're ready to bring this thing back from intermission in just 5 minutes. Last call for our staff. Back into positions, please. All officials back to your positions, including you, Dakota Walker.
First and last name isn't good, buddy. You got first and last name.
You're going to get called to the principal's office, buddy.
Metal AF3. I can't hear my. Oh, here we go.
All right.
everyone.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, so we're done with the first half and the intermission of Metal AF3.
Do we have our staff in position? Everybody ready to go?
My name is
call for the staff.
Yeah, so my name is Dakota Walker of the Louisville Royals. This is Eduardo Fusaro, also of the Louisville Royals.
Half of the night. What do you all think about that live performance from Give Up?
We are about to start with the second half of the fight card.
I love the melding of the metal bands with the armored fighting. I think it's two crowds that are a little bit different coming together. I love metal and armored fighting, so it's just a perfect mashup.
This next fight is an axe and buckler match. Fighting out of the blue corner. Fighting out of the red corner. This is David Sweeney.
Now, David Sweeney has been fighting for a while. He's been fighting at all Metal AFs this far.
Everybody loves David Sweeney. He is our boy, and he's fought every Metal AF so far. He lost the first Metal AF. He lost the Metal AF 2. So I'm really, really hoping that he's going to pull off a win tonight. We just love that guy.
I hope this is a revenge match for him. He's such a great fighter, both inside and outside the list. Very, very experienced.
I tell you, he's done a lot of work with the Fox and Lion Company in Ohio. I mean, he's really made that team stand out, and he is the reason that they've been doing so well. I mean, half the card tonight are Fox and Lion Company fighters, and it's all due to him running that team up there. What a stand-up guy.
Now coming out for the blue corner, Jay Bishop, out of the Cincinnati Barbarians. Another great fighter, great grappler. I believe this is going to be an evenly matched showdown. Both fighters have their similar strengths. I can't wait to see how it goes.
Oh, I love the flag waving in the back for his team. That's excellent. So the red and blue, that's the Cincinnati Barbarians colors. You and I both, we love a good tabard. A good-looking tabard with the drip. It just looks great. That's half of why we do this.
Look at both of them.
And they both look excellent. Yeah, I mean, the tabard and the white belt. So for those that back home, if you see a fighter in Buhurt and they're wearing a white belt, that means they fought overseas with the USA team. And David Sweeney is a very, very experienced fighter. He's typically a melee guy.
Fighting out of the JB Magic Shop and Theater red corner, standing at 5'9" tall and weighing in at 205 pounds. Representing the Fox and Lion Company, this is David Sweeney! And standing across the cage from him tonight, fighting out of the Red Bar 812 blue corner, standing at 5'9" tall and weighing in at 205 pounds. Representing the Cincinnati Barbarians, this is Jay Bishop!
We're about to start our
This fight
second
is scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds.
half of the card. It's going to be a great fight. They're both using axe and backboard.
Timer is ready. Fighters, are you ready? Referee, on your go. Start fight!
And here we go. I'm going to expect a lot of close range action. Both a lot of intensity.
Very
great
good
kick,
teep. Yeah, good kick.
good striking. Now I know David has a good punch and he's putting that to work.
He has an excellent left cross there. And he's
Good
making use of a
work.
good teep.
Good work on the footwork as well.
Both of these
Center
fighters
ring.
very light on their feet.
Oh yeah. Good lefts again by David. Getting pushed into the cage by Jay. Being pummeled on the body. Headbutts.
Some headbutts. I have not seen a lot of those tonight.
David getting out of position. Good strikes. And reverses the position. Now Jay's pinned against the cage. Great knee. And left. Punch combination. Hook to the body. Hook to the head.
Sweeney is doing excellent. Very, very good work so far. But I'll tell you, all of the Barbarians I've seen tonight have all been very, very good at grappling.
Yes.
So they do a lot of grappling work.
Jay's
in
trying
their gym.
to get some points to the body. And that's the other round. Very explosive round. What do you think?
That round went very, very fast. I think from what I could see from here, I think Sweeney's making a really good use of that short buckler jab.
Yes.
Very effective.
It's a very
Studios for helping us with the live stream.
It's a very effective short hook / straight that he's been very good at throwing. I know that I was on the receiving end of that in our first Metal AF fight.
Yeah.
Metal
So,
AF 1.
so for the crowd, David Sweeney fought Eduardo in the cage, and was it Metal AF 1 or 2? Was it
Metal
2?
AF 1.
Metal AF 1. So back in January, very, very good fight. I think you just tried to outrange him in that one. But tell us a little bit about how boxing translates to Buhert, because you have a little boxing experience, and I want to talk about that for the audience
When it
here.
comes to the 1v1s, the striking, of course, transfers because the principle, the body mechanics between how you swing your body around stays similar, at least. I think what can transfer very well from martial arts in general is the footwork and the spacing.
And the timing. I think that's all.
Yes.
All of those skills, I think, translate into what we do.
And
You're
here we see them just smashing into each other.
And Jay gets a takedown, and Jay's in the dominant position
Good takedown
now.
defense by David, who's trying to push Jay off.
Jay's trying to catch up with points here and maximize that dominant position.
That is an explosive round beginning. The fighters stand back up.
All right, and these guys know each other, and we're gonna. Are they gonna stand them back up in the same spot or center them up? Okay, they're gonna center them
I
up.
think Aaron is going to center him up.
Okay, very good.
Checks on both of them. And here we go again. David again on the offensive.
All right, Sweeney getting a clear leg strikes here. I'll say if you're a counter, counting for Sweeney is much easier. He's just very
Good
clearly
hooks to
getting.
the body by David again.
Yeah.
Gets pushed against the cage. Catches the axe under his armpit. Answers with short hooks to the body again.
I saw that good low kick as well from Jay. So he's pushing Sweeney against the cage, and he's using his legs as well.
David is making good use of the short hook in the clinch.
10 seconds.
They now break off. David again on the offensive. Great deep and
Excellent
hook
team.
combination. Presses against him. And that's the end of the round. Very good action.
Oh, yeah. So what do you think about that one? I think Jay might have had an edge in that one.
I'm not sure. This round is very even from what I could see.
I think it will depend the second round on how many points he was able to get on the ground. I don't know what the counters are counting or not. I can't see from this angle, but
It was a few short body punches. Definitely 2 or 3 of them landed. Now, I believe that the point situation in general is now pretty even, if a little in favor of David, because he's been landing much more while standing. So that doesn't look as effective as, getting a takedown, getting a ground and pound. But that's points.
it's
And that's
points.
damage
And if
on your
it's
opponent.
unanswered, that you're just getting up, and it's just compounding and compounding and compounding.
Now
Harder
let's
to catch
see,
back.
let's see
from
how
that.
this last round goes.
All right. So if you're, what strategy are you going to choose for these fighters? If you're Jay, what are you thinking?
I just gotta do something. I've not been doing much while standing. I gotta win some exchanges.
Third and final round.
All right, yeah, I think this is going to be guts and glory for Jay. I think Jay's down a little bit from the first round. So Sweeney's got a hold on what he's got here, and Jay, this is his.
They
round
hug it
to
out
fight
in
or
the
win.
center. Very nice showing of love.
Buhert is
Or
there.
they punch each other in the face. Good combination. Low kick, high punch by David. Great.
Very good
takedown.
throw. Very good
And
throw.
punches, raining down knees.
Got some knees
again.
as Jay's trying to stand
Pushing
up.
Jay against the cage. Short hooks to the body. There he gets separated.
And
by the marshal.
That same strategy we talked about earlier, pinning your opponent
Yes.
to the cage, not letting them stand up and getting those points, very effective in this sport.
Let's go again. See what they can muster. Getting in the clinch, great knee by David, very powerful. Gets pushed into the cage by Jay, who tries to set up for a takedown, tries to throw a knee, gets blocked. Tries to get the leg over for Nasoto. They stay there, grappling, fighting it out in the clinch. David pushes Jay off, they get hooked. Returns with a punch.
It was hard to see, but Sweeney actually blocked some of those knees with his buckler.
Yes.
That's pretty good buckler awareness.
They fight it out. Punches to the body, to the head. And that's the end of the fight. Great fight.
Excellent fight. That was. I like to see versatile fighters like that. They
Yes.
can stand and bang. They can also grapple. They can get the throws. That's the type of fighters, and that's the experience that you see both of these fighters.
Yes.
The upper card, the farther along in the card we get, the more experience the fighters are going to get, the more versatile the fights are going to get.
Scorecards for our decision.
We'll see what the judges have decided.
I would say that was a very high scoring round.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of points for both fighters on that one.
Very aggressive, very powerful striking by David.
All right, fighters to the center of the ring.
And they both wanted that win. They both fought the full rounds.
Your winner from the blue corner, Jay Bishop.
Wow.
That is,
I did not see that coming. I didn't think Jay was going to pull that one out.
I would like to see the scorecard on that. That is,
very surprised by
let's
that.
hear what
yeah.
Jay has to say.
I thought in round one. Now,
It was won by 1 point.
that explains it. That explains it.
That's how close that fight was, man. You see, you came in here, you put your heart in there, you made the victory. What do you got to say for yourself, man?
Hey man, he's a great fighter. We were pretty evenly matched. It was gonna be close.
Hey, that was a great fight, man. Thank you, brother. All right.
Yeah, I mean, so just to explain for the audience,
Gentlemen, Jay Bishop.
the scoring system. You can be very dominant in one round, maybe even 2 rounds, but with the way that they score, if you score a lot more points in another round,
Tired of violence yet, are you?
you can still win the match. So we'll talk about that here in just a second.
We still got a few more fights for you. So let's bring out our 7th fight of the night. This is an axe and buckler. Introducing first, from the red corner, Jake Dishon.
Jake Dishon. This is going to be a heavy matchup. Jake fighting with the Cincinnati Barbarians. Let's see how this match goes. I don't know Jake very well. I'm sure that coming out of the Barbarians is going to have a lot of good grappling and a lot of grappling experience.
And these fighters are a lot larger, so you're going to see a little bit different strategy from the larger fighters. They're going to like to grapple. They're going to like to do the powerful punches. It's just hard to move someone that large around, so the strategy is going to be a little bit different here. I don't know Jake Dishon as well as we know Dylan, but we do know a little bit about Dylan. We'll talk about him in just a minute.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the blue corner, this is Dylan Herring.
Now, Dylan is what the youngsters would call a unit.
An absolute unit.
He is a very large fighter. He's very aggressive. Very good grappler. He's young. He doesn't have much experience in bar. That doesn't mean he can't be effective when it comes to pushing people around and getting those takedowns.
And I will say both of these guys, they're, again, a lot of the folks that we get in this league, this is sort of like an amateur AMMA league. So these fighters, they don't have a lot of experience. They've been doing this about a year or so, but they have come a long, long way because they're joining these experienced teams, and they're soaking it, and they're just consistent.
Yeah.
So I hope to see a lot of these two fighters.
Introducing first, fighting out of the J&B Magic Shop and Theater red corner. This man stands 5'11", weighing in at 265 pounds, representing the Cincinnati Barbarians. This is Jake Dishon. And his opponent for the evening, fighting out of the Red Bar 812 blue corner. He stands 6 foot tall, weighing in at 300 pounds, representing the Lexington Lycans Over Combat Team. This is Dylan Herring.
This is a lot of weight on this cage.
And we got a shout out to those
This fight is
tabards.
scheduled for 3 1-minute rounds.
Brand new Lycans tabard, looking great with the blue and the green. If you want to follow along at home, the red and the blue is the Barbarians. The blue and the green is the Lycans.
Ready. On your go,
And now
referee.
let's see what they figure out for this match.
They both chose axe and buckler, so again, they're going to have the close fight.
Good punches by both of them. Dylan with a good hit to the body. Good Monet with the axe.
A Monet
Pushes
with the
in.
axe, yeah. Hanging
to the
guard
body.
is quite effective.
Pushes into the cage. Gets head control, tries a knee, some punches. Gets hit in the head. Good work
20 seconds remaining.
by his opponent with that axe, scoring quite a few hits in a row.
And Dylan has some head movement too. If you watch him, he'll move his head. He won't have a guard up, but he'll move his head out of the way.
Dylan pushes into the cage, tries to set up for a takedown. Let's see if he can get it. Still got some punches to the body. Moves his head around.
10 seconds.
Tries to put some pressure on his opponent. Gets pushed off. And they reset towards the center of the list. Good dodge.
That head
And that's the
movement,
other
you
round.
don't see that a lot in armor combat. It's kind of hard to have good head movement with all that weight on top of your head.
Now, let's see. I believe this round was quite even. They're up there with each other when it comes to points. Let's see if they can make some adjustments in the next round. I know both corners are very experienced. Each have their respective captains.
Social media pages. Give up. You guys got one, don't you? Y'all did. Tough band. They want you. Come on. Like these. That's what's up. Get over to Give Up and give them a like and a follow.
Yeah, this fight pretty even. A lot of solid punches. If you get hit by a guy that's 300 pounds,
you're gonna feel it.
You're gonna feel it, and they're both dealing it out to each other. So
Now, I would like to see a bit more volume, a bit more in the volume of strikes department.
I think they're both trying for a throw. It's just very difficult to move someone that heavy plus armor. So those guys have
Also,
very solid feet, and it's hard to take
They
advantage
both
of that.
know what they're doing. They both know how to defend against the takedown attempt.
Locked and loaded. Ready to go.
Let's see what adjustments they can make.
On your go.
And here we go again. They meet in the center. Let's see. They're a bit more hesitant at the beginning. Good exchange of hits, and then they rush in. Dylan, it's a shot on the way in, controls the arm, tries to
Dylan.
set up for a throw, and gets it in the end.
He gets the throw.
Very good. Gets a good ground and pound position. Let's see if he can capitalize on that. We can see a few shots raining down. I don't know how many are landing. And they get separated from the Marshall. Now, I'll tell you what. Even if Dylan didn't get many points, you know, him falling on you in that position still doesn't feel good.
How many points did he score in the dominant position there? Did we see that?
I believe a few of his shots landed. I couldn't see it very well from here.
I usually say that, you know, grappling is great, but it's always a gamble.
Yes.
Because just as well as you can throw your opponent, they can reverse
Again,
you.
same strategy by Dylan. Rushing in, controlling the takedown. There's a stop.
There
Call.
must be we dropped a weapon.
Disarm.
So that's going to be 3 points to the opponent. If you get disarmed, your opponent gets 3 points there.
And Dylan goes in again. Great work on the offensive. Good points with his hooks to the body. Getting a few, more than a few of them in a good position. Sets up for a throw. That is a good position to be in. Doesn't get it. Still fights it out in the clinch with his opponent, and they get separated because the round's over. Very, very active round.
Right,
And
yeah.
I got what I wished for. They've been both more active when
You
it
got the
comes
volume.
to...
I think Dylan is going to take the second round just from the takedown and the points that he scored.
I believe so.
So I'd say, are we tied up now? We'd say
This fight is up in the air. Who wins? I would say who wins the third round takes it home.
pretty even matchup. I'd like to know what the corners are saying now.
Yes. Would be great if at the next Metal AF we could mic up the corners.
Right, yeah. I know I get great corner advice when I'm fighting in the cage, and it really helps because when you're fighting, all you're thinking about is what you can see. So having that extra person, you actually cornered for my last
Yes.
AMMA fight, and
You'd be great in that.
yeah, you can only see what you can see in your helmet, and having that third party perspective that can see a lot more
Third and final round.
really helps the fighters see and
Yes.
can adjust. And I know that you
Definitely.
gave me some great advice in the second round, and I was able to translate that. So corners are very important for these fights.
Third round, here we go. Let's see what happens. Good. Again, good entrance by Dylan. Let's see if he can capitalize on the pressure he's created. Gets hit with a knee. Puts some pressure. Good hooks to the head. To the body. Eats a couple knees. 3 knees. Responds with headshots. His opponent gets out. Dylan again pushes in head first. Gets in a clinch. Knees up. Hooks to the body. Hooks to the body again.
So we do have 4 counters here, and they are spaced around the cage to get the different angles, because I can't see if some of those shots are landing or not.
Good takedown by Dishin. Who lands on top of Dylan. Let's see if he can capitalize on the opportunity. I don't believe he's throwing.
Yeah,
Dylan
has
very good.
Dylan has great defense from the disadvantaged position, but I think, was there a knee or 2 thrown from Jake from the top?
3 seconds remaining on the clock.
Now both fighters are very new, and they have been putting up a hell of a show tonight.
Oh yeah, these guys have had a tremendous trajectory over the past year, and just for the audience.
3 seconds left.
Let's see what they can do with it.
Ready to go. 3.
Dylan goes in, rushes in, and gets possibly the last shot. Let's see how the counters get that.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to be left up to the counters, I think. You know, you and I both think that they were pretty tied up to the 3rd round.
Agree.
And, you know, I think Jake did a great job with that takedown. Dylan had a lot of unanswered shots as well, so it really could go either way.
I see the marshals, the counters, concurring.
We're going to have to trust in our judges.
Amazing showing by these 2 young and new fighters.
Reached another decision. What'd you guys think about that fight?
Tell you what, the crowd loved this one.
Yeah, the crowd was very into that one. It could be more alcohol the later we get into the night.
Stop being malicious.
All right, we have reached a decision. Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner.
Dylan takes it home.
All right. Very nice. I'm glad I didn't have to count that one.
Me either. That was a very evenly matched fight.
Excellent fight, excellent fight. Dylan, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling great, man.
You look beautiful. You got some black on your nose there. Did you get hit pretty hard?
No, not really.
It looked like it to me.
I'm taking offers.
I bet you have, man. So, Dylan's been around for a while. He's done all kinds of armed combat with us. This is your 3rd appearance at Middle AF now? 2nd? All right. Okay, all right. Well, tell everybody how they can find the Lexington Lycans.
Go to Lexington Lycan Armored Combat on Facebook.
All right, you heard the man. Go check out the Lexington Lycans Armored Combat team on Facebook. Give them a like and a follow. And stick around after the fights to meet the fighters. Take pictures with them if they're still around and feel like they're not dead yet.
Short and sweet interview.
All right, round of applause for both of those fighters, you guys.
And we're ready to move on to the next fight.
Yeah, if I could just say one more thing about Dylan. I think, you know, he's been fighting in Armor for less than a year, and he's done 2 Metal AF cage fights
Done yet.
and an AMMA fight.
Yes. Fight number 8, Mace versus Axe. Fighting out of the red corner, Kenzie Adams.
Teammate of Dylan, Lexington Lycans. Kenzie is very experienced. He was fighting at the World Championships this summer in Hungary with Team USA, where he distinguished himself. He fought very well. I witnessed it with my own eyes. Didn't get the chance to fight against him in the list, but he's a great fighter, very experienced, very good grappler. Very hard to move, and that is not just because of his size, but because of the experience and technical knowledge he has.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and again, the white belt means he fought overseas, so that's something that's easy to visually see there on these fighters.
Introducing his opponent from the blue corner, this is Matt Dowsworth.
Matt now is a teammate of ours on the Louisville Royals, and Matt is very experienced. He fights a lot of polearm. That's who handed my armor to me, to put it that way, the first few times I started out doing polearm. Very experienced. Good overall fighter. Now, as you can see, there's going to be even more weight on the cage, our poor cage, this time around.
700 pounds without armor on. So you're looking at almost 1,000 pounds in the cage right now.
Let's see who comes out on top.
Now, Matt is not only 400 pounds out of armor, but he's a lefty too.
Yes.
So you have to contend with a left-handed fighter.
Yes. And I believe with the choice of weapon,
For the blue corner, we need to check that strap at the bottom of his leg.
with the choice of weapon,
While we're doing that, let's go ahead and get these.
they have, I don't know how much of a factor that's going to be.
Out of the J&B Magic Shop and Theater red corner, he stands 6 foot
Aaron,
1 inches tall.
his left leg, it
weighing
looks like his knee is attached to his
310
greave.
pounds, representing the Lexington
It looks like his knee
Lions.
is attached to his greave.
Is Kinsey
Look at the strap.
Adams.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. His knee is attached to his greave.
And fighting out of the J&B Magic Shop and Theater, fighting out of the Rec Bar 812 blue corner, he stands 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 400 pounds. Representing the Louisville Royal Steel Fighting Team, this is Matt, the Iron Panda Dodsworth.
The Iron Panda. I love that moniker.
That's appropriate.
This fight is scheduled for 3 1-minute rounds. Fighters, are you ready? On your mark.
And here we go. That is 400 pound of blue moving towards Kenzie. Kenzie answering very well to the offense.
Yeah, very good
See-
footwork. I mean, for guys those sizes,
See what Matt can do about
they're
it.
light on the feet.
See the good punch by Kenzie. With that punch, he'll has a lot of reach. Matt just comes forward with punches to the head and gets a takedown.
Kenzie trying to get up.
Ground and pound. Bad position to be
And
in
Matt is
from
on
Kenzie.
top now. You're not going to be able to get out from under that.
Punches raining down. Now Matt is throwing. Kenzie's okay, standing up. That's his helmet close up.
Yeah, he's got a visor. There he goes. He's just got to get it below the pin.
Check his visor for him.
All right, going to get his corner man in to check his
Believe it
visor.
or not, safety is our #1 priority.
So for the audience here, some of these helmets, they have a pin in the top that keeps the visor. Once you go beyond that pin, the pin is what holds it closed.
Yes.
And it looks like his pin has been knocked into the helmet, so it's not doing its job to keep the visor down. And ye old duct tape.
That's
Ye old
historical. If the ancestors had that, they would have used it.
Absolutely. Ye old duct tape. So the pin is failing, so we're going to strap his visor closed with duct tape.
His eyes too.
Is this still the first round?
Yes.
Wow.
There was a lot of rounds.
Seconds remaining in this first
This is the longest first round I think I've seen tonight.
Longest minute ever. Here we go again. See what kind of offensive can the two fighters put up. Good.
That was a
deflection.
slip. It was a slip
Yep.
by Kinsey.
Who comes into the offense and gets pummeled by Dodsworth's mace.
10 seconds, fighters.
See, Matt is eating a lot of those punch shields coming in. Kenzie's racking up points.
2, 1.
Good, solid hits by Kenzie.
Very, very good fight.
This is an
by
even
both these
round.
fighters.
This is an even round, I believe.
I tell you, one of the things about Matt, so he is one of our teammates, and we do fight with him, a lot. I'm always impressed by his cardio. The man, he's 400 pounds.
Yep.
He's a very large guy. Takes a lot of energy to do all these things.
Royal Steel Fighting Team would like to give a shout out to the Louisville League of Mascots.
And he just never stops.
Yep.
So
He still manages to be active
Mascots for charity events,
and effective.
all kinds of awesome stuff. See Paul LaGreca. There he is back here in the green shirt, waving his hand. Stand up, Eric. Let's see you. Wave to everybody, Carl. Louisville League of Mascots. Corners out.
It's seconds out. We'll see What kind of adjustments both fighters can make? I saw Kenzie getting advice from his teammates.
If I'm Kinsey, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing this fight. I mean, I think he was smart on choosing the punch shield with the more range, and he's really doing great with slipping and just using footwork.
2 of this heavyweight bout.
Now let's see what Matt does.
If I'm Matt, I want to get my hands on Kinsey, and I want to take him down again for those points. I'm going to use my size to my advantage. Yeah.
Size and aggression. Now, Kenzie, that's the fastest I've seen Kenzie move.
Yeah.
Ever since I've known him.
You can see he slipped in, got a jab with the shield, and got out before Matt could return.
Matt has been getting him. That's the lefty advantage. We're told great left straight by Kenzie. Matt just walking Kenzie down. Kenzie's slipping out again.
Yeah, Matt tried to push him on the cage, and he slipped right out.
Matt has been getting a lot of headshots with that mace. I'll tell you what. Now, Kenzie has probably been getting more with that punch shield again. Every time he throws that punch, it lands. That is range advantage.
As a right-handed fighter, you're not used to having someone with the shield punch on the right hand like that to just jab on top of your shield.
Yep. Strikes landed. And that's the end of the round. What do you think?
To be honest with you, points-wise, I'm not sure which way this can go.
I believe Kenzie is up on points.
He is getting those slight jabs. Matt, in the first round, though, he got that takedown. He did get a couple of punches on top, so he might have been up the first round.
I believe Kenzie has the edge in this round when it comes to points. He's been nailing Matt with that punch shield on the way in more than a few times.
Yeah, so I would say, maybe 1-1. One round and 1 round.
I believe this second round. I would give the second round to Kenzie. Now, we see advice being given. We see the helmets being shut again. And we're about to start again. Last and final round of this heavyweight fight.
And again, that cardio we're talking about, these guys are Titan weights, and they're still crushing it in this third round. They both look good. They're light on their feet.
Are you ready for this third and final round?
I am surprised by Kenzie's mobility.
Very impressive.
I fought both with and against him, and this is a great showing by him. Also by Matt. Matt is being very good at keeping active.
He's controlling the center of the ring.
Yep.
He's very good at awareness of the cage.
Good counter combination by Kenzie. Matt answers back.
Oh my gosh, that was about 4 strikes unanswered by Matt.
Let's see, they keep walking at each other, sizing each other up.
That's going to come into the third round.
By Kenzie. Mace shot being exchanged at the head.
Those leg kicks can be very effective if you time it right, even on bigger guys like this.
Good combination by Kenzie again with the 1-2. Pushes Matt into the cage, but gets reversed. Matt gets.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at Matt.
Shots.
Matt is not tiring out. Look at that guy.
Again, mace the head. And that's the fight.
What an excellent fight.
This is close. Very, very close.
Very close fight. I think the last fight was won by 1 point, right?
Yes.
So this is another very close fight. These are very good close matchups.
Now let's see if they can get Kenzie out of his helmet with all the tape around it.
That's a lot of man in here. All right, our judges have reached a decision.
No fat shaming. This is love for teammates.
We're impressed by both of these fighters, absolutely.
By way of decision, your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Matt the Iron Panda Dodsworth.
Very, very close fight. Both of them fought their hearts out.
They fought until the bitter end, every round.
Let's turn around here and face your deserving audience, my man. How you feeling, brother?
Good. Blessed. My dad passed away on August 14th of this year. The last conversation I had with my dad, he bought me that mace I just fought with. I had him give his blessing, and the last thing he said was, "Are you gonna put me in armor too?" And he said, "Yes, Dad. It's gonna be you and me together." This fight was for him.
Beautiful. If the audience couldn't hear that, Matt's father passed away in August, and this fight was dedicated to him.
Matt used the mace that his father got him and blessed for.
WBA was watching that fight, man. He's super proud of you, brother. All right. This brings us to the co-main event of the evening. Fighting out of the red corner, this is Jesse Bishop.
Now, Jesse is coming a very long way to fight here.
San Antonio, California. Flew in. This is his third time at Metal AF. He's always willing to answer the call.
And he's fought very well the other times he's been here. Great fighter, great heart. I'm very excited to see him fight again.
I love his style and his tenacity, so I'm hoping that he does very well tonight. He's got a very skilled opponent as well that's coming in.
Now, when it comes to Devin,
And I'll say, you know, Jesse, it doesn't matter who we tell him that he's fighting. He's always down to fight anybody that I put on the card against him. So that takes a lot of bravery and skill and heart to do that.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, this is Devin Ryan.
Now, Devin is unaffiliated. He doesn't officially belong to any team, and he's rocking a gorgeous kit.
That is one of the most beautiful Eastern kits I've seen, and I want you to tell us all about what you know about Eastern kits. I've been waiting all night for this.
We actually share a similar model helmet. What he's wearing is a helmet from a geographical area that more or less corresponds to modern-day Russia and Ukraine. The helmet specifically is based on findings in the city of Kiev. The rest of his armor is historical to the time period as well, with some Mongol influences.
What a gorgeous kit. Yep. He even has the leg wraps.
This man stands 5 foot 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, representing the San Antonio Saints. This is Jesse Bishop.
The audience remembers Jesse. Left an imprint every time he fights.
And by the way, this is a pro
And
fight.
standing across the cage from him tonight, his opponent fighting out of the red bar 812 blue corner. This man stands 6 foot 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. From Ohio, this is Devin Ryan.
Now Dakota just said this is a pro fight, which means that the rounds for this fight are going to be longer.
The evening will be 3 2-minute rounds.
Twice of the cage time. And I will tell you, I've fought both exhibition and pro fights.
Timer ready.
Doubling the round time is exhausting. So you're going to see a little bit
hits
more pacing.
by Devin at the beginning. Good combinations.
And you
Stalking
can-
his opponent through. Ooh, good
He
combination by Jesse.
Snuck a
1-2.
jab in there, shield punch. And both fighters are fighting shield foot forward, which is not something we've seen tonight.
Great aggression by Jesse. Not very effective because Devin walks around him, lands a few good sword combinations, which go answered.
And you can really tell the experience here. Both of these fighters are very skilled. Upper card fights. They have earned a spot to fight in the pro fights here. 2-minute
Good
rounds.
Combinations by both. Jesse tries pushing Devin into the cage, gets reversed.
Jesse's got the overhook, so hopefully he can use that. I don't know if those false edge strikes are going to count. The back blade.
Let's see. Devin is pushing into Jesse. Tries to get the takedown. Leans on his opponent. They try to both get their leg in front of the other to get the takedown. Very good takedown by
Very good reverse
Devin,
there.
who gets mount position and starts raining down punches on him.
Looks
Adjust
like a
themselves.
Sword, yeah, sword stuck in the cage there. He can ditch the sword. Like, you can drop the weapons once you're on the ground.
Good punches coming down. That is good use of your mount time. Very, very nice attempt by Devin.
Oh,
And now they are stuck into each other.
Stuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at how fabulous that helmet is.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It even has the plume on the top.
Fix his chainmail though. It's not fix himself. That happens with the helmet. To avoid that, I tied my chainmail to the cage that protects my face. Let's see what happens now.
Hey, and this is still the first round, folks.
2
2-minute rounds here.
Good sword work by both.
All right,
Good
feints.
exchange of blows. Both. None of that landed. Very good defense by both fighters. They exchange blows again. Devin goes on the offensive. Lands a few more to the body. Tries going for the head again. Jesse comes back, and that is the end of the round. Great technical round. What do you think?
Yes, I would say technical fighters, both, and I would give that round to Devin. I think with the
Yes.
takedown and the points that he got there. But I will say Jesse is doing a great job of the standing combinations and the feints that he's using. He's sneaking a lot of those buckler punches in. So I think I'm going to give that round to Devin, but I will give an honorable mention to the standing skills I'm seeing from Jesse.
Cookie with New Albany Events, who helped us orchestrate this whole event.
Tell us more about
If
the.
you're out here, let yourself be known. Let them know where they can find you. There he is in the back, waving by the mirrors. If you guys want to put on an event out here in New Albany, that's the man to see on the way out the door.
All right, Eduardo, tell us a little bit more about this Eastern kit. Tell us about the exposed armor that we see here.
So the exposed armor is called scale armor. It's built similar to many with a similar technology to most of the kits torso protection you're seeing tonight. If they look like cloth with rivets on it, it means it's brigandine. That is to say, it's plates of metal riveted to the inside of a layer of cloth. Now, scale armor is that, but without the cloth. It's usually the plates are usually riveted to the outside of some form of support, historically leather or canvas.
So what you're saying is most of the Western brigandine torso armor looks sort of like that lamellar that we see on the Eastern kit. It's just the cloth is on the outside versus on the inside.
That and the shape.
Corners out, corners out.
That and the shape and dimension of the plates varies. Now, as you can see on his shoulders, he's wearing essentially brigandine, and that is the same technology, just from a slightly different place, still connected to the geographical origin of his armor. I love the artwork on his shield, I'll tell you that.
He said his wife paints his shields, and he's got one. He said that she painted it, and it's too pretty to fight with. He wants to hang it on his wall.
Let's see how this round goes. Great round control by Devin. Shots exchanged. Leg shots by both.
Now, I like to see that they're pacing themselves this time because they realize they have to fight for 2 full minutes every round.
Hit to the head by Jesse.
These guys are swinging for the fences.
And the leg shots, great
offside leg.
Yes, and great response by Devin to the head.
Yeah, you don't want to trade a leg shot for a headshot, though. You'll be down
Something is
one.
wrong with his sword. No, that's
Gauntlet.
Good.
I think he was adjusting the cross guard on his gauntlet there.
Good attempt. They come in. Jesse eats a punch to the face, going in, almost slips. And now Devin presses the advantage. Good punches, good sword combinations. Now Jesse has to get out of there. Otherwise, he's going to get against the fence.
Halfway through this fight.
They still have a minute remaining, so again, doubling the time of fighting in each round.
Yes, is hard. Devin is making a great job at dancing around and using his footwork
Absolutely.
and sword work.
I will say this is some of the best buckler defense that I've seen as well on Jesse's side.
I'll tell you what, Devin's is also some of the best sword work we've seen all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these guys are using feints. They're using combos. They're using reposts off the block. It's great to see. That's what you would expect from an uppercard fight.
Both of them are landing to the head a lot. Now Devin is stalking his opponent through the list, gets hit in the thigh, replies with a shot to the head. Last 10 seconds. Jesse pushes in, doesn't get a clinch, and that's the end of the round. What do you think?
That was another great matchup. I think volume-wise, they're both throwing the same number of strikes, but I think Jesse is landing more leg shots, but I think Devin is landing more head shots. So I think point-wise, Devin, again, probably up by a little bit in the second round here.
I believe Devin has had the advantage in both rounds. Now, as you pointed out earlier during the fights, the system of points we are using tonight allows for last round comebacks when it comes to points. So I am very excited to see what kind of action these fighters are going to
Can
show
you
us.
explain that real quick about the percentages? So if the first two rounds are very close, you could win both the first two rounds by very close. But if you lose the third round by a large margin,
Exactly.
the percentages can really swing it in your favor. So it's meant to be a rule to keep the fights competitive.
And keep the fighters active. That way you don't just demolish your opponent in your first rounds and then you do nothing for the third one.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about the scoring system. Keeps the fight active, keeps the fight entertaining for the public.
Is that another rule that comes from boxing? Is that a boxing rule?
I believe that is not the case. Boxing uses, and general martial arts, use a
It must be an
10-point
MMA
scoring
rule.
system,
Okay.
which assigns a number of points from 10 to 7 to each fighters per round. 10 to the winning fighter, usually in the vast majority of cases, and 9 to the losing one. So the scoring system we're using combines dueling rules from Wuhert with some homebrewing, and it works. It works very well.
Round 3 of this co-main event.
I'm going to jump back in the comments and see if I can catch myself up. I think our feed that we're looking at here is frozen, but let me see what we got here.
Let's see the third and last round. They touch swords at the center. Devin on the offensive. Swings, but his opponent defends. Great footwork by Devin.
And
1-2 on the way
sneaking
back
those punches,
and slipping out.
those shield jabs in.
Yes. Good sword punch. Punch with the sword hand. Good sword work by both.
And they're still able to throw combos in this third round here.
Good hook by Jesse, who hits the left straight on the way in. And almost gets thrown. Still gets thrown. Very good landing position for Devin, who can mount and rain down punches on his
And
opponent.
he is getting some clear
And those are
shield
hard.
clear shield punches from the dominant position. All right, that's going to be our now in the pro fights you get 15 seconds of ground and pound. That's one difference from the exhibition versus the pro fights as well. So you are going to get a little more time.
Is Jesse okay?
He is
invited
getting
to
up.
stand up.
Yep, Marshall's going to ask him. He took a lot of those shield
Took a lot
chops
of-
to the head.
I believe it was also the fall that affected him.
And this is the final round here.
He just is fixing his armor on his knee. The marshal is checking that he is fit to fight. He's calling the cornerman in.
Corner, walk in, take a look at that knee, make sure it's all set up and good to go.
All right, we do have to make sure that the straps hold the armor to the body so we don't have any accidental injuries here. We do care about safety a little bit.
As Brandon, the announcer and team captain of the Royals, was saying earlier, believe it or not, safety is our #1 priority. Knee is fixed. We can go back to the fighting.
I tell you, I love the look of that scale Aventail that Jesse has on his helmet there.
I love his tabard. That is very, very flashy. Last round, they exchange blows in the center of the ring. Again, sword work being on point for both fighters. Good 1-2 by Devin, who has his opponent on the ropes. Jesse pushes out.
That was a fake
Great.
sword strike into a straight punch.
That was a heavy hit to the body by Devin. Good punch. Good kick to the body. Just followed up by a series of blows that all land. Great feint and series of blows. Just punching his opponent with the sword hand. Those are heavy, heavy blows. Laying into him in the corner.
The crowd is going nuts over this right now.
Gets the takedown. I believe Jesse's not defending himself anymore. That is a KO victory for Devin.
All right, we need to get someone. We're bringing someone in the cage.
I
to
believe
check on him.
Jesse's fine. He's just a little shaken.
Yeah, that's the end of the third round. He's probably just exhausted. I don't think we're going to have a medical issue here.
That was a brutal
Ladies and gentlemen,
offense.
What do you think about those 2-minute rounds?
And what a great showing by Devin here, all the way in.
1 minute was tough. Man, I couldn't imagine being here for 2 minutes.
I mean, at the end of the third round to have a.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh man, that was one hell of a hit.
I agree.
Jesse's
You're doing
fine.
right.
I'll live.
It'll live.
The crowd wants blood.
All right, we'll give you a
I
second
believe-
to get to your feet, and then we'll have you out to the center here. for
I
our
believe they
official
are
announcement.
entertained.
Are you not entertained? What a great fight.
Jesse is standing back up. They're removing his helmet.
I think
And
Devin.
here he is.
And I think Devin's going to be signing some autographs tonight with a kit like that and a performance like that. Great show.
That was a great showing by Devin.
All right. Our referee, Aaron Lukafar, has called a stop to the fight for your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Devin Ryan.
Well-deserved victory. Dominant performance.
Well earned. Very impressed.
Come on, man. Welcome to the Metal AF cage. Yeah, sure, man. And admittedly, I don't know much about you, so why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
From Cambridge, Ohio. I fight unaffiliated, mostly with Pittsburgh and Akron, and basically anybody who will take me. I've been fighting for 4 years. It's my first time out here in Indiana fighting. Thanks for having me.
Is there a place that our audience can find you on social media to support you?
Yeah, my Facebook is just Devin Clark. So it's Devin Clark.
There you go. You heard it from him. Our winner, Devin Ryan.
Great showing by him. He's won the Drip Award for the night as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
What
right,
an
well,
excellent fight.
That brings us to our main event of the evening. Are you ready for this long sword match?
Last match of the night.
Fighting out of the red corner, this is Daniel Eddy.
Daniel Eddy coming out now, affiliated with the Cincinnati Barbarians. Very experienced fighter, very explosive and athletic, very technical in the way he fights. Has a lot of experience in many different disciplines.
I think we displayed the wrong fight card there at the beginning. This is going to be a match between Daniel Eddy and Corey Hawks. So there we go. We got the right one on there now.
And he's using a Flamberge blade. The wavy, flame-like appearance of the blade was, back in the day, a very sought-after and very expensive appearance for a blade that has some interesting technical applications when it comes to fighting. But it just looks cool, man.
What a good-looking tabard and kit we have here, too. And my personal favorite is the longsword. So this is the fight I've been looking forward to all night.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this is Corey Hogsett.
Corey fighting with the Fox and Lion Company. Very experienced fighter. Very great guy. He was with us at the War in the North event. Won bronze with us. Very experienced fighter. Nice person. In and out of the cage.
Yes, all stand-up guys at Fox and Lion Company. And Daniel Eddy, also stand-up guy. Now, we love both of these guys. We're partial to both of them. You and I both saw Corey Hogsett fight in the AMCF qualifiers in December of 24. Very skilled longsword duelist. And Daniel Eddy, I've seen him fight at Cincinnati Siege in
Very skilled longsword duelist.
So this is going to be very interesting. I think Eddy fought in AMMA in a longsword pro fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. This is a long sword bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the J&B Magic Shop and Theater red corner. This man stands 6 foot 2 inches tall and weighs in at 200 pounds. Representing the Cincinnati Barbarians, this is Daniel Eddy!
I don't know which way this is going to go.
And standing across the cage from him tonight in the Rec Bar 812 blue corner, this fighter stands 6 foot tall, 195 pounds, representing the Fox and Lion Company. This is Corey Hogsett.
I am there with you. This is going to be a very interesting match to
This bout
witness.
is scheduled for 3.
I think they're going to have a hard time holding back.
Knowing both of them, yes. And here we go, first round.
They only have one speed, and it's high speed, so let's see what they got here.
I believe their brakes are broken. As we can see.
Lot of
Glorious
strikes
strikes
here.
from both.
Those poor counters.
I wouldn't want to be them. Good feints by Corey.
And it's hard to tell if a sword strike hits the gauntlet or the arm. Gauntlet strikes don't count.
Blows exchanged. Corey goes to the head, gets a few hits. Good kick by Eddy, who tries to go for a takedown. Corey gets the takedown on him.
And he can
Poise his opponent. Very hard knee to the head and punches to the body. More than one in a row. Eddy's trying to mount up a defense, gets punched in the face.
He gets a couple of up kicks. That was a pretty interesting defense.
Oi, 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 oi. I believe
That might have
Eddy
been a
didn't
late
catch.
Yeah, it might have been a late strike
fight.
there.
Those were 2 illegal strikes, I believe.
I think he's going to be penalized for those.
Rules it. Fixes his armor, grabs his sword.
Now you do have to pick up your own weapons here, and
Yes.
sometimes it's difficult with the gauntlets on.
We can just remove the gauntlet and pick the weapon back and go back to fighting.
Both fighters very versatile. You know, you see some leg kicks, some punches, a takedown, a great takedown. See, and that was an arm strike right there. That's the duelist right there. He's
Yes.
he's pinpointing.
Goes to the head, goes to the head
opening.
again. Good defense by Corey. Good offense again by Eddy.
Ooh.
One-handed strike gets some reach. Good exchange. Good hits again.
All right, good
On the way,
timing.
he gets
spacing.
punched.
Oh, he
Tries
tried
to go for the same takedown again. Doesn't get it. Gets pushed back. Makes his way back to the center of the arena.
30 seconds remaining.
into his opponent. I believe Eddie Sword is trapped,
Eddie almost
tries to
had
get
that
a takedown, and still manages
Head
it.
grip, ditches the sword. He needs to get some points here. Get some points.
Corey's doing great at defending, but he still gets hit
He's finally
more than a
able to
few times
capitalize
in the
here.
back, knee in the front.
All right, I think Corey, I think he was waving. He must have an armor failure. Something must have happened here.
His teammates are rushing to him. Probably could have been.
All right, he's saying his
helmet
knee.
thing.
He must need to fix his knee, or he has a knee issue.
How good of a time you've had.
Now, the thing that doesn't really show from, looking at it from afar is how taxed, how physically spent these fighters look between each round.
Pictures and video. Make sure that you hashtag us and share it. Tag us, Louisville Royal Steel Fighting Team.
This round was pretty even, I believe. This was a back and forth. Both fighters got a bunch of hits while standing.
That was
Both
the longest
got a
2 minutes
takedown.
of the night. I mean, that was intense.
In this break.
Yes. Both got a takedown. Both got plenty of shot while the other opponent was on the ground. Let's see what kind of adjustments they can make for the next round.
That was an excellent first round, and they both got takedowns.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call a stop
Oh.
to this fight.
Must have been a knee injury, I think.
Knee or...
Unfortunately, we are currently having our medical staff attend to our fighter in the blue corner. He's taken a pretty nasty shot, and we are concerned about concussions. Your safety is our number one priority, my man. No worries, no worries. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause.
That is a well-warranted
I think maybe after the takedown, maybe one of the knees.
The knees, possibly the first knee. That was
Right,
a
yeah.
very, very hard shot. Would have surprised me if he felt it even through the helmet. These helmets do not make us invincible. The impact still transfers through the metal and through the padding, the very thick padding on the inside. Corey's up, and he's
is
looking
up.
shaky. He's up though.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Hogsett.
I tell you, injuries are my least
This
favorite part of
brings
this
us
sport.
to our last official announcement of the evening.
Tell me about
Your
it.
winner by knockout in the red corner, Daniel Eddie.
Well-deserved victory to Eddie.
That was a pretty impressive performance, sir. What do you have to say for yourself?
Corey's tough. Holy smokes. I worked my butt off preparing for this fight. And I knew you worked just as hard as I did. So I'm glad he brought it. It sucks that we can't finish our fight. I know that was everything for him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings a conclusion to our night. Again, one more time for your winner, Daniel Eddie.
That was our last fight of the night.
Stick around after the fights. Make sure you say hi to the fighters, get some pictures with them, and then stop by Rec Bar 812 for the after party. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip home and a good night, and we'll see you again next time.
We second the words of our captain. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the night, enjoyed the fighting. Follow us on social media. All teams involved. The Metal AF page. Share this with your friends. This is very cool. You guys should come do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Louisville Royal Steel Fighting Team, Fox and Lion Company,
Lexington Lycans, Cincinnati Barbarians,
Vernon Vanguard, lots of local teams here in this league, and it's something that we know and love. And yeah, small community here. We know all the fighters, and we love to put on this show for you guys. So, the more watchers of our live stream that we get and the more folks that come see our show, the more we're able to put this on. So
The
share
more
with
the
your friends.
merrier. Thank you all so much for joining. Have a good night.